I wanted to preface what I'm going to talk to Tim for the next few minutes before our news break. You know, the single-family rental companies are racing to file IPOs. Several of the large hedge funds, have made it clear that they are filing an IPO, going public with what they're doing. Now, in a similar fashion, Tim, you've got a concept where you work with, smaller pools of investors, accredited investor groups that kind of pitch in and buy commercial property together. In a sense, almost, leveraging the need for capital as well as the investment itself across a lot of different investors allows you to kind of play in the commercial market when you might not be able to normally play in the commercial market.
Yeah, I get calls from people that say, Tim, I'm calling about a property you have, I'd like to buy something like that. What's the return on expectations, so on and so forth? How do you get financing? And, one of the things I've always wanted to offer people is to listen, how would you like to, instead of buying a $100,000 property, how would you like to be involved in a, 100-unit apartment complex for $1.5 million or $2 million? I say, oh, we don't quite have that kind of money. I'm thinking, well, what if I can find 4 or 5 people to come together and put their money in and buy something like that and give you this return that you're looking for? How would you like to do something like that? And of course that gets the conversation going.
Well, and I think it's something that's crucial to understand because it's a way to, on a smaller scale, do exactly what a real estate investment trust does. And I'm not this isn't guaranteeing your retirement. I'm not a financial advisor, but I understand what a REIT is, and I think a lot of people look to that as a way to invest in real estate without actually investing in the actual asset, in the actual property management side of it itself. And this is a way that you can do that same thing on a different kind of local scale. It still has obvious risk, but nonetheless a way to look at buying a larger commercial type property with a group of people instead of by yourselves. And I assume you set up some sort of LLC with an attorney and everyone discloses their ownership interest, and then you all fund it and buy it together and then share in the expense and return.
Well, the word you mentioned is share, and the thing about it is a security in most cases, depending on how you set it up, and that is one of the best ways to do it. Of course, there's rules and regulations with the SEC and so on and so forth. Number one, you have to be what's called an accredited investment, but we call these group syndication deals. And you own a certain percentage share depending on how much money you bring to the table. And one of the nice things about it, the property actually can get the financing. So as a group, you don't necessarily have to be responsible for the financing. Someone may have to be, but the property itself will qualify for the loan. And again, you own a certain share of the property. To be accredited investors, there's certain income requirements, or there's certain net worth requirements to be an accredited investors. But the SEC looks at it, if you're at this level of income or in net worth, then you're an experienced investor.
So they'll let you take that on?
Yeah, in the old days, people were trying to start groups or sell shares of this, that, and the other, and they were getting taken advantage of. The retired couple didn't know a lot about investing, were getting their monies taken away from them by people who were a little less scrupulous. So the SEC said, okay, you can only put these deals together with accredited investors.
Well, and I think that's key because, again, they don't want any. There's certainly a level of entry or corridor there, so to speak, of who should be able to do something like that. But and if you want information on that, again, you can contact us. You can contact Tim. I think I gave out Tim's website, timwatsongroup.com. Our phone number, if you want to call us off air about this, or if you want to call and have questions about it today, 855-970-WFLA. Again, it's toll free. 855-970-9352. If you've got questions about this, questions about anything to do with the real estate market, or if you're looking to buy a home or sell a home, or if you have any questions related to real estate when we aren't on air, you can call us on that number. You'll reach our real estate office pretty much 7 days a week. We've got agents on duty to talk to you about the local real estate market.